This is First News on 570 with Mark Starling.
It's 8:23, 41 degrees outside the Apple Tree Automotive Superstore studios with the OJs and Backstabbers. I mean, what could be better for a primary election than the song Backstabbers? Every week he joins us. I will be talking about Dr. Nathaniel Cogley from Tarleton State University. And Doctor, great to have you with us. It was an interesting week last week, obviously with the explosion of the Iowa caucuses, and then of course we have New Hampshire this week. But I don't think the race is necessarily between the two people that most people thought it was going to be between. It looks like right now we're kind of at a two-man race with Sanders and Buttigieg. But with the other primaries that are coming up, it could be a big shift. And specifically, I'm talking about South Carolina, just because Sanders and Buttigieg, they don't have a whole lot of support from the black community, whereas Joe Biden has an incredible amount.
Right. So we see that South Carolina demographics are very different. Joe Biden's always felt good about support from the African-American community, which is very significant in South Carolina. And it's also good for him that Kamala Harris has dropped out. Cory Booker has dropped out. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of expecting that he can survive and win South Carolina. If we remember 2016, that was kind of Jeb Bush's last grasp, was I'm going to win South Carolina. Biden might have a better shot. But there's a number of things going on down there, which means he's going to compete for South Carolina. He doesn't have a lock. Buttigieg is rising everywhere because of his strong performance. Sanders, the left wing of the party is starting to rally around Sanders, and there was this competition between Warren and Sanders for that. If Warren can't pull out New Hampshire, she's going to be in trouble, and I think the left will consolidate around Sanders. And, Mark, there's a billionaire running for president. You may not have heard. His name is Tom Steyer, Mark.
Yes,
so Tom.
I can't seem to get away from his commercials, I'll be honest with you.
Well, here's the thing. He is spending more money in South Carolina than anyone has ever spent in South Carolina. $14 million on TV ads. He's got 93 staffers. He's got a huge network. He's hired so many people. Right. And if you look at the polls in South Carolina, he's up to about 20%. He's off of everyone's radar right now. No one really takes him serious. I see a Facebook ad every now and then, but you know, he doesn't have the charisma. Everyone's thinking Bloomberg is the billionaire, but Bloomberg's not competing in South Carolina. Tom Steyer is, with some effectiveness.
Right. Yeah. You know, now that's the other part of this. The DNC has opened up the debates. I believe it's going to be starting in Nevada is when Bloomberg will be eligible to actually join in the debates. And needless to say, it has not left the other candidates very happy at all.
Yeah, well, I think that's just complaining. I mean, I wish these debates were open, and they should look for the opportunity to debate. I don't like this, unfair, he's going to debate. I mean, at this point, Bloomberg's double digits in national polls, Right. I think they should welcome him into debate. And we saw some ridiculous things go on with the old rules, which I thought were ridiculous, which is based on the number of donors.
Right.
And you saw all these Facebook ads, please donate $1, help me get in the debates. And the ad might have cost more than $1. Who knows? I just thought the old system was ridiculous. So if Bloomberg's 10% in national polls, they should let him on the debate stage.
So one of the things, there was a mystery that was solved for me over the weekend, and I was kind of watching it was Sanders kind of attacking Buttigieg and saying, Pete Buttigieg has 40 billionaires who have donated to his campaign. And I'm thinking, wow, man, that's a lot of billionaires until you find out how much the billionaires donated. The maximum, right, so $2,800.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is Sanders' standard pitch. He talks about the 1%, and he talks about people networking with billionaires. So this is basic Sanders stuff coming at Pete Buttigieg like that. But still, Buttigieg is trying to bring in both wings of the party. Buttigieg is a master of rhetoric. Mm-hmm. He gives great, flowery, colorful language about faith and morals and generations and all these things. And substantively, there's not much behind it. But he is a great debater. Mm-hmm. The only thing is we don't really need a debater-in-chief. We need a commander-in-chief, right? But he's a great debater. Some people watch the debates and go, hey, that guy won the debate. I like him. I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah, I think he has given the what should we call them, the regular group of standard candidates a serious run for their money, to say the least, when it comes to the debate stage. Doc, we always appreciate the time. We'll look forward to catching up with you same time, same channel next week, and I know we'll have more primary results to talk about next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. 828, 40 degrees.